Hey everybody, if you're watching this video, you've obviously made it to the other side. I want to start by saying congratulations. Congratulations for taking action. Congratulations from stepping out from the crowd. Congratulations for doing something different. Okay, it's easy to sit there and moan and groan about not being in great shape and come up with 101 excuses why you can't get in shape. You're too busy, you don't have the time, you don't have the right knowledge, you've got an injury. Okay, there's a million and one reasons why people never get in shape. Okay, the truth of it is it's hard work and you've got to get your ass up and make shit happen. Okay, so that's how it is, guys. But I do want to say congratulations for taking the first step, because it is certainly the hardest. Okay, so let's talk about your mission today, or if it's late at night when you're listening to this video, your mission for first thing tomorrow. Okay. First of all, I want you to find out exactly where you are. So I want you to start off by taking your before pictures. So I want you to take 3 pictures, one from the front, one from the side, and one from the back. Okay, all of them should be you standing in something that shows all of the flabby bits, all of the shit that you don't like, you need to see. Okay, so take it in, wearing your bathers, wearing your boxer shorts, wearing bra and knickers, whatever it takes. Now don't worry, I'm not asking for these off you immediately, but do take them. They're an absolute great motivational tool, both before the program starts and during the program as well. So that's the first thing I want you to do, get those pictures taken. Now, number 2, I want you to take your measurements, okay? I want you to measure your upper arm around the bicep, okay? You can do it relaxed or flexed, just make sure that every time you do your measurements exactly the same way. That's what's important. So upper arm, around the thickest part of your arm. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is to take your chest or bust measurement. Again, you are taking the measurement around the widest part of the chest or the bust. Okay, the next one is the waist. Now we usually do this in line with the tummy button. The tummy button is what's called an anatomical marker, which lets us know that we measure in roughly in the same place every time. So it won't be the same as your normal waist measurement, but go ahead and take it there anyway. The next one is your hips. So you're going to take your measurement around the hips, which is probably about 3 to 4 inches, maybe 6 inches below the sort of your normal waistline. Again, sort of take it round the widest part of the upper thigh. Then you're going to take it round, on the hip bone, you want to take both legs obviously together, maybe legs standing 4 to 6 inches apart. And your thigh measurement is the measurement around one thigh, and the same for your calf measurement around one calf, using the widest part of the thigh and the calf in both measurements. What's really important here is not that you get the exact way of measurement, is that you measure it the same way every single time. So that what's more important than whether you are a 46-inch chest at the end of this process is that you dropped X amount or you increased by X amount depending on what your goal is. Okay, so just make sure that you measure the same way every single time. I will ask you to do this at the beginning, and I'm going to ask you to do this at the end as well. Now, if you want to continue the program, which I think that most people will want to, once you see the results that you're getting, I will ask you to do this roughly at the end of every 4 weeks. Okay, so once you have done those measurements, the next thing I want you to do is to take your weight. Now, I want to talk about weight for a second. There's a big tendency for people to get really caught up in scale weight and start weighing themselves, most days. I've got some people that come to class and weigh themselves, before they start a class, halfway during the class, when they have a water break, or when they finish a class. Okay, now that's absolutely crazy. Your scale weight will fluctuate throughout this process. I don't really care about scale weight. I'm more about you dropping inches, getting into clothes that you've never got in for a long time. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is to get your body fat taken. This is a measure of how much of your body is actually made up of fat. So average for a guy is around 15%, average for a woman is around 15%. Okay, so that'll give you a really good indication of where where you are now and where you should be. I would say if you want to be athletic, which is the aim of this program over time, is that those numbers do need to drop significantly even from the standards. Usually down to single figures for a man, so sort of 9% for a man, and down around 15% for a woman, 15 to 18%. The other thing that I want you to get is your lean body mass. This is a measure of how much muscle you've actually got on your body. Our aim is to decrease body fat and increase lean muscle mass. Okay. Now, depending on the diet that you follow, we will need to look at your percentage fat measurements and your lean body mass measurements to make some calculations. Okay, now not all of the nutrition programs that I'm going to show you revolve around those, but some of them do. So if you're really serious about this program, you really do need to get your body fat taken and your lean muscle mass taken. If you've got a set of body fat scales already, most of them will take these two measurements. If you haven't, go ahead and call Stacey on 0800 048 8742 and schedule a time for us. We'll just invite you into Fitness Revolution. It'll take us about 5 minutes to do that for you, and we'll get it all worked out for you. Okay. The next thing that I want you to do is to, and you're going to like this one, I think, in fact, you're going to love it, is until you've got all of those steps taken, I want you to eat exactly what you want. Okay. Eat what you want, as much of it you want, okay, and we're going to use that as a way of resetting your body or resetting your system. So if you've been on a strict nutrition program for a while, leptin levels will be starting to drop down, metabolism will be starting to slow, and that's going to impact the level of fat that you drop throughout this process. So we want to reset that by giving you a cheat day. I'm not talking about take 5 or 6 days to do this, because then you're just going to be piling on weight. So do the steps that I've asked you to do pretty quickly, literally within a day. But so I guess what I'm saying is have a day to eat pretty much what you want. The other thing that I want you to do is to go out and buy or find yourself a diary, so that we can schedule and map out all of the training that you're going to be doing over the next 25 days. And also I want you to get a notepad and take notes on all of the upcoming videos and stuff that I'm going to send you. Okay, so this is not just about you doing a bit of exercise and following blindly some nutrition stuff I'm going to give you. It's about you learning and recognizing what works for you and your body. Okay. Now, the final rule is with all of this is don't put this stuff off. Do it now. Do it immediately. If it's 10 o'clock at night, go out and dig out a notepad. Go and find a camera if you can. And get those pictures taken. Do something. A rule when you're setting or starting a new program is to always leave by doing at least one task. Okay, so don't sort of go, I'll put all of this, it's too late, I'm going to put all of this off tomorrow. Do the first couple of these things now. If you don't, I'm going to call you a big girl's blouse. Okay, I guarantee if you not take an action right now when this video stops, it's highly unlikely that you're going to have the motivation to push through and finish this. Okay, you're obviously just not that kind of person. Now you decide right this moment which one you are. Are you a doer? Are you going to be somebody that actually takes action and makes shit happen, or you're going to sort of, oh well, I'll put it off and I'll do it later? And if that's the way that you want to go through life, and that that's your prerogative. But if you want to get massive result in 25 days, then I'm sorry my friend, it just ain't going to happen. So please do yourself a big favor. Go and take some action now, and I will see you in the next video.